All right, welcome back from that break. Now we dive into the pulse of global economies, where we look at some critical issues. We have with us a global analyst joining us from the United States. He's in person of Dr. Kenua Obaseki. Thank you so much, Doctor, for joining us this lovely afternoon.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, should I say Happy New Month now?
Yes, you month.
All right, Doctor, could you provide an overview of the current state of Nigeria's economy? Just give us an overview. Let's make sense of it as we forge ahead on the discussion.
So you don't expect me to say Nigeria economy is rosy. No, it's a big problem. You mentioned the increase in the minimum wage from 40,000 to 70,000.
That's for a
First
district
of all,
government.
let me applaud the state government for that increase. But is that the solution to the problem? No. If you divide 70,000 by the price of rice, 1 kg, 70,000 will give you 56 kg of rice for a whole month. For a family of 5, that's about 10 kg, assuming they're just going to eat the rice, nothing more, nothing less. Then if you go back to the 40,000, it's even more pathetic. I believe Nigeria has been heading in the wrong direction and will continue to head in the wrong direction. The solution to the problem Nigeria is a country is not tied to the dollar. If you decide to tie to the dollar, then that's what you are suffering from what I call how do I put it? Visualizing what is that can never be accomplished. You see, what Nigeria needs is to go back to the basics. If you ask me, the 5 things Nigeria need, the first is agriculture, the second is agriculture, the third is agriculture, the fourth is agriculture, and the fifth maybe we start looking at something else. Last time when you invited me, I told you that for Nigeria to move forward, let them adopt Samuel Ogbemudia's strategy. Ogbemudia of blessed memory. You recall, you were not born at that time, or if you were born, you didn't know what was happening. Ogbemudia, when he came to Midwest, he established this Agbede Farm, Midwest food production, flooded the whole state with food. That's what Nigeria needs to do.
Okay, Dr. Obaseki,
that's what we need to do.
Dr. Obaseki, hold on a little. Before we start dwelling on the agricultural aspect, let's still look at some of the pressing issues currently. First caste still remains a recurring challenge in Nigeria. And what do you think is the way out of it?
The way out is to go back to the farm. And then, two, the governments, they should build more markets. I don't know if I was able to show you some of the markets that I was proposing. Flood the rural areas with markets. You don't need to award contracts just to build all these markets. The students, they are all there. You can employ them and ask them to build these markets. It's not a high-tech project you want to undergo. They can build the markets and even build more markets in the city. And then provide loans. Naira, it has nothing to do with dollars. you use the existing loaners, those people that give out short-term loans. And then stipulate the limit 5% or 6%, and then you charge them a percent or two. So the remaining they can use that for their overheads,
Okay,
and you see how the economy will turn around.
okay, we are due
Agree?
we are due for a break, Dr. Obaseki. We'll be returning back after this short break. You'll be giving us more insight. But however, I would like us to strike a balance between having more markets and the impact of petrol scarcity in the country. These are the two things we'll be talking about. But that will be after this break.
Well,
All right, still talking business. Welcome back from that break. We're there to take you through some of the happenings as far as the news world is concerned. Welcome back to Business This Week. We still have our guest in the studio, Dr. Ken Obaseki, who is a renowned global economist. He's actually shedding light on the way forward out of this current situation that we find ourselves in the country. Long queue in our fuel stations, serious hike in electricity tariff, and so many other issues that we are looking at the front burner. Dr. Obaseki, if you're there, Dr. Obaseki.
yes, thank you.
Okay, you're going to help us.
Yes.
There seems to be a disconnection between.
Hello?
Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. There seems to be a disconnection between the government and the leadership of the NLC and TUC. The president of TUC actually granted an interview recently where he said that they are not going with the current 25 and 30% increments. They are insisting that the federal government should pay 615,000 to every Nigerian worker. Do you think that is reasonable in a way?
No. That's unacceptable. 615,000. Where is the money coming from? You mean the federal government should start printing money? That's not the solution. I said before, even the 70,000 naira the government is going to be paying can only provide 56 kg of rice based on the price inflation. And what is causing inflation is the fact that the scarcity of all these foods. People just probably for one reason or the other, they set the price. But if the federal government adopt a Bermudia's strategy, flood the whole nation with food, then whatever you produce, the excess, export them to the rest of the world. You know, I am coming home. I will invite you to my house and even invite you to Ugoton. There are 13 villages along that Gele houses. They have my confidence, you know. I want to start something new. That is by either this year or early next year for them to produce 100 tubers of yam. Eventually, my goal is that both the Gele Yekoriomo and then Yekovia probably extend to the Eastern land, you know, for them to produce at least 1 billion tubers of yam. It is doable, and you export those even half of it to the rest of the world. That will create billions because Nigeria is not productive. We don't have any production. You see, this manipulation of dollar, naira, is just, they are all artificial. You know, it's what Julius Nyerere said. We are trying to go to the moon when we have not been able to get to the villages, you know. That is what Nigeria should be doing.
But
it has nothing to do with dollar. But when you need the dollar, based on your productivity, how much tubers of yam, cassava, and all the rest that you produce, you will get your dollar.
Okay,
or pounds or euro.
let's take it bit by bit. If you're still there, let's take it bit by bit. We still have insecurity issues happening all around the country. To an extent, though the government is doing its best to see how to curb insecurity, but if you are proposing with your Samuel Bermudez formula of going back to the farm with the insecurity issue, how do we strike a balance here? Is it going to work out?
Okay. Recently, my group here, the group which I'm a member, we invited one of the gubernatorial candidates. You provided me some of their phone numbers. Thank you for that. And one of them called in. I'm not going to mention the name.
No, we don't need to mention names, yeah.
We all shared this. He promised us that he was going to adopt some of Bermudian strategy, and it works all the time. It will work. All this artificial intelligence, even if you increase the salary to that 600 and something thousand,
615,000
I
naira.
you, it will still not be enough. You'll be printing naira. You don't have any product to back it up. Sooner or later, it will become like Zimbabwe. I believe that Nigeria problem is solvable. I was on the fuel subsidy. You need to get the 4 refineries working. Currently, the people running the refinery, they are incompetent. These people, they are not employable in the private sector. Chevron or Shell will not hire any of them. Because those private companies, they are still making money. They are making profit. So what you need to do, fill the 4 refineries, put them on the market for sale with some regulations. No one shareholder should have more than 5%.
So in a way, are you saying?
We remit home 26 billion every year.
Okay, Dr. Baseki.
Buying those refineries, they will be making more money and be able to help their loved ones at home. I will buy some myself.
Okay, are you telling us that?
It's a private enterprise.
Okay, hold on a little. We would like you to hold on a little if you can hear us.
You work for ITV. It's not your TV station. You wake up in the morning. You get there very early. You work hard. If you are not working, if you are not productive, the owners, they will let you go.
That's true. But hold on a little. Hold on a little. Are you saying privatizing?
That's not even happening. They are running at a loss year after year.
I would like us to have an understanding here. Just hold on a little. Give us a second. Are you saying privatizing the refinery is the best way for the country at this point?
Yes, but fix it first. The cost of building one refinery is like 5 billion. 5 billion. That is the one in Kuwait will be 5 billion. I think the one in Europe is about $6 billion. So for the 4 refinery, it's like 20 billion to 30 billion. And Nigeria remits home almost 30 billion every year. Meaning that Nigerians can buy the refinery. Even if foreigners want to come and invest and buy the shares, fine. But no one should have more than 5%. You see, I have been in this business. People will buy your company for 2 reasons. Either you are too cheap, they want to buy you and get you off the market, or you are too good, they want to buy you and make profit out of you. That is what has been happening with all the privatization in Nigeria. Show me one privatized Nigerian companies that have made profit. They buy you, that's what is called gain capital. Gain capital, where they buy you, make money, and then throw you off. People do that here, and the government clamp down on them. But like the LMA aluminum plant, was sold for, was it about $300 or $500 million?
Okay.
A plant that was built with almost 5 billion. You know, the people that bought it cheap, they are not. I doubt if they are producing enough.
Okay, let's have
So that is what we should go straight to privatization. Privatization doesn't mean you call one company to come and buy everything. No, I don't go for that.
Okay.
Put it up in the market.
All right, let's have your final take now, because we need to leave now in the next 30 seconds. But quickly, just share your thought with us. The Vice President, Kashim Shettima, actually said recently that they actually inherited an economy that is not too strong or too healthy from the previous administration. Should we always have leaders come on board and do the blame game?
I agree with you, but like one commentator said, Emilio, it's my turn. When it's your turn, you fix the problem.
Okay.
You don't complain about what happened before. Before you got in there, you have a strategy to help Nigeria. If you don't, you shouldn't come on board.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, whether they inherited a failed economy or not, you know, what solution do you have? You know, but the trajectory of the current federal government, I mean, it's not encouraging. It's not encouraging.
Okay.
You all know that. People are suffering. And for the first time, you are saying jackpot. Then if you look at the administration, many of the people working for the president, they are close.
All right,
like
Dr. Basaki.
Dr. Betty, who was moving billions.
Okay.
You know, that is the mindset of many of our leaders.
Okay, Dr. Basaki. All right, thank you so
billions.
much.
You know, I was discussing with Chief Anthony Naro of blessed memory when he came here to visit me, and when I worked with him. He said he never dreamt in his life that people will be stealing a million naira or 100 million naira, but that is gone now. They are now stealing billion, if not trillion.
All right, Doctor. Dr. Basaki.
He's being accused of trillion. We have a big problem.
Okay, Dr. Basaki.
You know, just increasing salary is not enough.
All right, we need to go now, Dr. Basaki.
And I will go back to the business and start with agri and markets.
All right, thank you. Thank you for.
That has nothing to do with the dollars at all.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We are afraid we may not be able to go further now. We'll be going on a break, and that will take us to the business roundup story. Dr. Obaseki, thank you. We'd like to have you again so that you can share more light on the Samuel Gbemudia's template that you actually have direct access to. But that will be on the next episode. Thank you so much for joining us.